Welcome to the Terrible Take, a mini podcast telling Steelers Nation what's on our mind. I'm Joe Clark. It won't be a move that garners a lot of attention, but I'm a big fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers adding wide receiver Ben Skowronek to their practice squad. Skowronek has been a solid receiver in the past. He's a guy that had 39 receptions in 2022, so he's shown the ability to be a pass catcher and, add some nice depth to Pittsburgh's receiver room. Which honestly, the receiver room right now isn't looking all that hot when it comes to options behind George Pickens. So having somebody like Skowronek could, really make him an intriguing ad, just even as a pass catcher, as a receiver with the depth that the Steelers have right now. And on top of that, he's a really good blocker and he's a quality special teamer. He led to career high 371 special team snaps with the Los Angeles Rams last season. And that's an area where the Steelers right now, the special teams might be one of their weakest spots on their roster. So Skowronek could come in and maybe play a role even just as a special teamer. Over the summer, the Houston Texans traded for him before the Los Angeles Rams released him, and the fact he was valued enough by a team to make a trade for him does say something about his ability. Even though he got squeezed out of a crowded receiver room in Houston, it shows that, hey, they valued his skill set enough to give him a shot through preseason and training camp, and ultimately came down the numbers game, and here he is in Pittsburgh. To me, it really wouldn't be a surprise if Skowronek was a player that got elevated off the practice squad a few times this season, and with his versatility and ability to play special teams, he could wind up on the 53 by the end of the year. He's really a guy that can do it all. I mean, he's lined up at fullback during his NFL career. He could play a potential H-back utility role as, maybe a fullback, a guy who lines up out of the backfield for the Steelers. And it just with Arthur Smith's ability to use, or Arthur Smith's penchant for using the fullback, it really does make it an intriguing ad, even just for that. And there's a million ways they could use Skowronek, and that's really what I like is his versatility and just a guy that can do it all for the Steelers and come up and play a variety of roles, kind of a Swiss Army knife on that offense. It's an ad that I think could wind up really paying dividends by season's end. And it makes sense if the Steelers have had their eye on him since he was coming out of Notre Dame, and now he finally winds up in Pittsburgh. And with the receiver room, he really does have an opportunity to kind of make an impact for this team this season. Be sure to follow us at SteelersDepot.com and check out episodes of The Terrible Take every day, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Check out the Terrible Podcast with Alex Kozora and Dave Brown every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Go Steelers.